Hey,
Hello!
hello everyone.
How is everyone? I hope everyone is having a glorious, glorious Thursday. Today is obviously the sort of the National D&D Thursday. There is,
Is it
thanks to
Thursday?
all the fabulous work that Critical Role does to promote Thursdays as the day to be D&D. So,
True.
Yeah.
so I love that. So, welcome to Play Nerd Allies. Yay! We are a fabulous group of Alphabet Mafia and their allies, neurodivergent people who are hyper creative, epic storytellers. That's what we do here. We like to tell a good story. So, I hope you're ready for a fabulous one. But before we start, let me let you know some of the things that you can do as an audience, and I will give you information about this throughout the stream. As an audience, there's all kinds of ways for you to participate. We love that. I create really, really crazy encounters a lot of times, depending on the audience, to sort of save my players' asses with advantage or pluses, which you can do with channel points. So, just by watching, you earn channel points, and you can do all kinds of cool things with that, including giving the players hints. You can give them advantage or disadvantage, all kinds of fabulous stuff. You can give them magic items, like
Straight up.
Or punish us by
that they
doing
get to
push-ups.
keep. Right, and you can make everybody do push-ups. That's a thing too. But also with bits, you can do all kinds of stuff like give pluses and minuses, again, advantage or disadvantage. And for 1,000 bits, you can create an environmental effect, which will actually change the entire story, right, for that session. So please get involved. It's always delightful. And the first thing is, let me see if I have got this link here. We are doing a fabulous giveaway. We sure are. Today, if you click the link below, you can sign up for our giveaway. We are doing a fabulous set of Phoenix Dice, who is one of our sponsors. We absolutely love them. Hey, Danielle. Yay, welcome. And of course, hey, Vendetta. Hey, Chaotic. We love having you here. It's fabulous. And we have got, so the fabulous thing about, oh, hey, Novi. Welcome, first timer.
Oh.
If you sign up for this fabulous giveaway, you can actually pick whatever dice you want in the whole store. It's on us. It is here for you. Fabulous dice, whatever you want. If you got a color preference, if you got a style preference, you can get that thing. We're also giving away a fabulous book from Drive Thru RPG called Cities of Magic. It is glorious. It is a fabulous accessory to have at any table. So, welcome, Eritanasi. You are on time. Unacceptable. Good Lord. It's like you think we should all be on time or something when we're streaming. Whatever.
What is this time schedule you're speaking of?
I feel like
That doesn't happen.
Eritanasi's judging me. So, oh, hey, Phoenix Iwaki. Welcome. Yay.
Oh, I
Phoenix is
love
part
that
of
little
our.
emote.
Oh, he's got but you have to go become a follower of Phoenix Iwaki.
Oh, that's
He's
so
got
cute!
absolutely
Oh,
the
good.
best emotes I've ever seen. Like, you are just fabulous. There is.
That's so
I know you
cute.
didn't rate us today, but Carney will rate us when they're ready. You know, Carney will pop over here, and we're very excited to see him. They're doing a fabulous adventure right now too. Speaking of, how was your adventure, Phoenix? Was it glorious? I hope it was. It was super fantastic, and everybody loved it.
Phoenix has a phoenix with a pie.
Yes.
His emote is
I
a phoenix
told
with a
you.
pie.
It's all the best
Oh my
fun.
god.
That's great.
You know,
Oh my
they did a
gosh.
really good job.
I
We
have
need
never
those emotes.
subscribed to anyone's channel for the emotes. This may be the very first time.
Right? I mean, it's a thing. This is really a thing that's happening.
Like right now.
There is, yeah. So sponsor Phoenix Dice. We love them. The one who's giving us the fabulous books, that is Realm Warp Media. an absolutely fantastic organization that really helps to promote diversity in the TTRPG space. Definitely go check them out. Go grab their website, go talk to them, see them on Twitter, all that good stuff. They do an enormous amount of creation and make sure that all of their people are getting paid and that all their artists are getting paid and that the people that they employ are diverse. So huge shout out to them. They are fabulous. In addition to that, we have got Souls Rolls as one of our sponsors. He is a delightful human being who actually creates a lot of our feats for this show and a lot of our magic items, which are freaking amazing. So if you need anything like that developed for one of your streams, if you want a custom item, if you want a custom feat or anything like that, definitely hit him up. He does a fabulous job with that. And he also does amazing counseling. He do like monthly sessions with him to help your business grow and develop, to help you organize your life around the business that you want to have instead of whatever situation it is that you have currently. He helped me like create a whole 2-year business plan, and it is working beautifully right now. So definitely hit him up for those. That's great. And finally, we have our role-playing and role-playing. They are our sponsor as well for this. They are about to do an amazing Kickstarter that is all about, and I love this. This is so close to my heart. It's all about really screwed up builds for all kinds of different classes that are super delightful, super funny, are totally non-optimized, but give you the most astonishing storytelling tools available. And they are just, it is glorious. So when he released it, he should be setting up his pre-Kickstarter page in, I want to say, about a week. As soon as that is up, we will let you know. For now, go check out his Twitter so that you can find out when that goes up. It's gonna be so much fun. Like I cannot wait to see these characters in action. So yay! I love it. And of course, we've got Hero Forge, we've got Incarnate, and now Idle Hero Codes. If you want an Electrum chest, just type in ! What is it, Lando?
Idle code.
Idle code. I couldn't remember if it was code or idle code. Yes, so ! Idle code will give you the code so that you can go and get an Electrum chest at Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, which is a fabulous, fun little idle game where you get to know. It's really cool because you can actually get to know all of the characters from fabulous settings all over Faerun, actual characters like Caddy Bree and Golthar, and just so many delightful ones. Yes, definitely, Erigenasi, definitely check it out. It's so cool. So, with all of that said, I would like to know, first of all, from our resident Aes Sedai, why don't you tell me what happened to you last week?
Oh, last week. Okay. I thought you were gonna say last night. No. Oh wait, no, I can still tell that. So this last week. So for those of you who don't know me, my second half is not here at the moment. He is taking care of a child with a broken wrist. But we are part of Party of Two, where we focus on one-on-one role-playing games, like D&D and Pathfinder and all that jazz. But we actually are now officially sponsored by a terrain modular system created by Game Gear Master. It's a modular system that we have been with forever. So
nice.
That was really exciting. That happened this last week. And the big thing, though, is that Matt Mercer added me on Twitter.
That's awesome.
It's really exciting.
That's so awesome.
Like, I was on a high. I was going to bed. I was literally going to bed. He replied to my comment, my tweet about how there's only one Matt Mercer and like equating him to Highlander and whatever. It was a totally nerdy, stupid throwaway tweet, and it started to gain traction. And then he commented on it, and I about lost my damn mind, and I couldn't sleep until like 1 o'clock in the morning. So
that's amazing.
So he'll never see that, but Matt Mercer, I love you.
There's, you know what? Don't say that. I
Yeah.
hope he does see it.
That's
I hope he sees.
Yeah, don't
the
say
thing
that.
I hope he sees is not only the love that he engenders in the community, but the empowerment
Yeah.
that he has created
Yes.
for so many people.
Sure. I
Creating
wouldn't
that
be doing what I'm
sense
doing
that
without it.
you can absolutely do this. And the fact that that is like a mission for him is, you, Haley, you are a fabulous DM, and you recognize that you are a fabulous DM. You recognize that at your table is unique and fabulous. And I 100% echo that. You are an amazing DM, just like you are an amazing player. And I love having you at my table. There.
Oh, you're making me blush.
We do.
And
Anyway,
I
but that was my
personally-
week.
Yeah, I know that, like, my table is not a normal table. Like, I 100% understand that. I am a very atypical DM. It does not work for a lot of people, and that's okay. Because the
Me
people
really
that
well,
do
I love
come, right? Like, there are certain people that love this DMing style, and they keep coming back to the table because of it. And that
Oh God, Ajah.
is just makes me so astonishingly happy. You know, it really is incredible to me. Like, there's the idea that this thing that I love doing, apparently I do it well enough, and that's always been difficult for me to acknowledge.
Mm.
You know, I have a lot of imposter syndrome happening. You know, there's
But you
But-
need souls rolls.
That's right.
We all
Souls
need a
actually
Souls
really did
rolls.
help me through that whole thing when it came to this. So yes, all right, fabulous. All right,
I do have
enough-
one more
enough love
announcement.
fest.
I do have one more
Yes.
announcement. So, today is our 6th month anniversary of the channel,
What?
of the Twitch channel.
God.
Yep.
Yeah.
The reason I know is because
Happy
the
anniversary.
very first day we streamed, I subbed, and it gave me a notification today. So I get to be the announcer, like, oh, 6-month anniversary.
We did
Yeah,
it. Oh my
6
God.
months.
Oh my
Cheers,
God.
Austin.
So,
Oh.
Thanks for the bits.
It's been such an amazing journey, and I'm looking forward to many more 6-month anniversary.
Yes.
More 6-month
It only been
chunks.
6 months. It feels like you guys have been doing this for 50 years. How?
It feels.
Did you just
I could
call
echo
me
that.
old? Oh my
No,
God.
I mean, like, you guys.
You're a
I
monster.
No, I didn't call you.
Your
Hey,
character
hey,
died.
don't read
Your
it.
character
Being-
died.
Being
Yeah.
old doesn't
Yeah,
make you a
she's dead.
monster.
Nope, we're done. Whole thing. Nope.
Seriously,
Haley, we know
though.
what
Channel
you
down.
mean. We know
Shut
what you
it
mean.
down. I shut it down. I gotta go.
Yeah,
Seriously though, like, you guys are so incredibly professional and you've done so well. I can't believe it's only been 6 months. Like,
God.
I looked at your guys' channel. I'm sorry, this is just turning into a love fest. I swear I'll stop.
It is. It is.
Like, I looked at your guys' channel and I'm like, holy shit, I wish I could do what they do. They do such a good job. And, like, you only started like a month before me. Holy hell.
Well, we don't have Matt Mercer.
We don't.
Well, you know.
coming to call.
Not yet.
You know. Yes, one day. One day.
One day.
One
I
day
mean,
you will be as cool
Guest,
as Durant.
guest star.
So I love Matt Iyengar. That's my girl. That is my girl.
Abria is
Love
amazing.
her.
She is amazing.
Love her. Love her so much. Oh.
So you guys all came to watch D&D, but we're just gonna talk about how much we love people within D&D for a while.
This is
There you go.
This has
the
become a podcast.
scenario. This is the thing that's. No, we will. Well, okay, we'll get to D&D. Okay,
I'm done. I'm sorry. I'll keep my mouth shut.
Okay, all right. Snowflake, why don't you tell me what happened to you last week?
Oh, a lot of things happened to me last week. I essentially had to work a bit more overtime, so that was good.
So I'm so sorry. Let me be a little more specific.
I think he means.
Yes.
What happened to your character
Yeah.
last week?
Oh, what happened to my character?
We can absolutely turn
But
this
I
into a
was-
bitch session about work
Right.
and a delight session about Twitter. Can I just say real quick, it excites me so much to know that even after years of existing, the TTRPG section of Twitter is still beautiful. It is still incredibly supportive
Yeah.
and fabulous. It has not turned into a sewer like so much of Twitter has. So I
Ooh.
want to say thank you to everybody out there who is on Twitter in the TTRPG space for maintaining your integrity. And because I have seen when some asshole shows up and everybody in the group is like, nope, none of that here. Nope, go away. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
So thank you for maintaining that integrity. Anyway, sorry. The love fest continues. Snowflake, what happened to your character last week?
A lot happened to our favorite little thief, Victoria, last week. Especially, she got confronted with what she believed to only be myth and legend.
Oh, that's right. Oh, I forgot about that. You
Yeah.
lost your damn mind.
She's having a paradise shift.
She got confronted with Trollocs, a thing she only had heard about in myth, but as the groups previously had tried to convince her were real. She then proceeded to lose her sanity.
Yeah. No, it was real.
A bit. But seeing a Trolloc die gave her the confidence, or rather the bravery, to try and help out. She
I mean,
then...
let's go. Bravery is just confidence with motivation. That's all it is. Okay.
Jake.
Then she further overcame her fear of Trollocs by actually decapitating one.
Yeah.
Badass.
Some splendid moves.
Uh-huh.
Being a little nimble acrobatic girl, she ran away from the rest of them and came outside to greet the rest of the group.
Yay!
Woo!
I love it. And they all escaped after the inn exploded as a final defense against attack. Sadly, a few of the guards sacrificed themselves to make that happen, but they killed a whole bunch of Trollocs. So thank God.
And they
And
enabled
what
us.
happened to
Oh, go ahead.
what happened to your character, Lando?
Well, Gahard, he went upstairs with Callista and tried to basically cordon the Trollocs in, but they just went completely around. Gahard was planning on staying behind and fending them off so that everyone else could escape, but because the guard blew the crap out of the building, it wasn't necessary. And they were able to not only escape, but then turn around, come back, and clean up the last remaining survivors. That was
Yes,
That's
we
right.
that was pretty fantastic. But Gahard used so much magic and touched Saidin for so long that he is, depending on where we start, he's unconscious. He collapsed at the very end. Just
One thing that I do want to call out is that last week, Haley, our Aes Sedai, drew on the power of her past
yes.
and transformed one of the spells that she had into something far more powerful, which you may or may not see today. So, get excited about it.
She also almost decapitated the thief.
I did not. Your head was down.
She
It's
almost
fine.
murdered her
She
teammate.
said duck
It's
first.
okay.
She said duck first. It's legal.
She absolutely did. So yes, are we ready? I know that we are missing our warder right now, but he will be with us in a bit.
Mhm.
For now, though, are we ready for a little Wheel of Time?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right. Take a breath. Get ourselves into that space. Let me see. I've been talking a lot this week. Let me see if I can actually get down. There we go. All right. The wheel of time turns, and ages come and pass, leaving memories that become legend. Legend fades to myth, and even myth is long forgotten when the age that gave it birth comes again. In one age, called the third age by some, an age yet to come, an age long past, a wind rose in the spine of the world. The wind was not the beginning, for there are neither beginnings nor endings to the turning of the wheel of time. But it was a beginning. The wind traveled swiftly down the slope of a mountain, severe and then gentle. It passed over the well-traveled roadway. It was well-traveled no longer. It swirled through stone and wood that, until very recently, was an outpost of the Shinaran army. The wind carried the smoke of the ruins and the scent of burning Trollocs north, through the wood, over the plain, and finally through the gate of Falgor Farm. The wind carried only the slightest smell of the smoke of triumph, for the triumph was bittersweet. And as she smelled the smoke lingering on the wind, our Aes Sedai stepped inside the walls of Falgor Farm. Tell me, Callista, what do you see? Before you do that, though, hello, Carney Sideshow.
Jeez.
Welcome. Sorry.
Welcome.
Getting
Very
all deep
climactic
and
moment.
crazy. Getting the things. Thank you so much for the raid, Carney. That's amazing.
So
Hey,
good.
everybody
Great,
from
great,
Carney
great.
Sideshow. I loved your pudding fair today. It's glorious. It's super delightful. There's, um, thank you for coming. I'll do some sponsorship things later on in our fabulous little stream. But for those of you who are new, we are playing The Wheel of Time. There it is. And it's okay, Pixie. We love you anyway.
So you don't need sleep.
There is, if you want to get involved, we love it when our chat gets involved. We have channel points, which we call ally points. You get those just by watching, and you can do all kinds of things to affect the story, including giving people rare items, getting them hints, all kinds of fabulous stuff. You can also, throwing bits down, you can create all kinds of effects for the characters as well. So look at all of that down below our About section. You can learn all kinds of fabulous stuff. Carney, you're a monster.
Like, no, not me.
First of all,
I mean-
so Carney, you have to identify who is going to be doing the push-ups. And for everyone who is here, I would really like you to look at this link. It is a link to a fabulous giveaway that includes 2 prizes. One is the fabulous Phoenix Dice. Michelle, thank you for being here. We love your stuff so much. It is awesome. In this giveaway, when you enter it, you can pick any dice in the shop. Anything you want. Any single one of them. It's delightful. So sign up for that, or you could get a fabulous book called Cities of Magic, which is a delightful thing from Realm Warp Media. So absolutely go sign up for that right this very moment. And we will continue with our fabulous story. You have just entered the walled city of Fal Gorfan. You know, every torch is lit 24 hours a day so that the Shadow Walkers, also known as Myrdral, cannot simply ride the shadows through the walls. You have come from destroying a full fist of Trollocs, but also destroying the outpost to the south to do it. Tell me, what news do you bring the guard captain who now stands in front of you?
First, before I address the captain about that, I am going to point to Gerhard, who is still passed out on the horse, and say he needs to be attended to immediately, and I need to speak with you in private.
He looks down at you. He acknowledges just how severe the injuries on the IL look. He waves a few of his soldiers over. They take him from the horse and into the barracks of the guards. He will be well protected, mistress. Now tell me, we saw the explosion from here. What happened?
We went to warn them. The other outposts had been destroyed in some way, and while we were there, we were attacked. Not just by Trollocs, but Myrdral was there as well.
The Shadow Walkers are coming out of the Blight?
It appears to be so.
What else did you see? We
I
must
do
know everything.
I do regret to inform you that 3 of your guard are dead. They sacrificed themselves to destroy the ungodly group that were there.
It is what they have been trained to do, and they would be happy to know that they had taken monsters into the afterlife with them.
Of course. I'm going to look to Evan, who happens to be next to me, and say, did you see anything I missed?
No, the Trollocs have been killed, but the outpost is most assuredly destroyed. The explosion that your guards enacted won the day.
It is the final sanction. It is both a way to defeat enemy and to warn the city that the danger will be faced shortly. Tell me, how did they get everywhere? There can't be that many Trollocs. This is not the Trolloc Wars. We haven't seen huge armies marching forth from the Blight. How are they getting everywhere?
They have... I'm going to look around just really briefly. Is there anyone close enough to actually listen in on this conversation?
Plenty. Plenty of people. You are standing at the city gates, yes.
Captain, I would prefer to have this conversation in private.
I will let you know.
There is no privacy?
No, that you do a very common weave that Aes Sedai learn very quickly is a weave that stops sound so that they can, in fact, have private conversations wherever they are. So you can create a dome of silence.
Okay, I'm going to do that.
You.
Dome of silence, now enacted. Dome of silence.
So anytime you use that in the future, I'm going to require you to do this motion.
I'll do this with the spirit fingers.
Yes, perfect.
It's how you learn to do the weave.
That's right. It sure is. And I'm sorry, before we go on, welcome, Evan.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. How is your poor child with their broken bones?
He is excited to be out of a full-arm cast.
Oh,
Yes.
good. Oh, good.
And he's very excited about his brother's drawing on it. That's like all he's talked about.
There you go.
Anyway.
Aw.
Yeah. I hope that they drew some Aes Sedai on there.
We will. We'll draw some little water droplets and stuff. It'll be great.
Yes. So,
So knowing that, I'm going to
by the way, as you enact this silence, he starts looking, he's very confused because he suddenly cannot hear the people around him.
Be calm,
So-
Captain.
yeah, to put one hand up and it's like, it's okay. This was me. It's all right.
The power is
They have-
mysterious.
Careful, Callista.
They need to know. There are magic users with them.
Men or women?
Aes Sedai.
Black. Ajah.
We believe they have purposefully and quite effectively cut this city off.
We are under siege. Of course, that's why they were destroying the food.
Yes, I believe there is a small possibility we may be able to get some out. It's been soon enough that they may not have brought more Trollocs to the outpost. If we could get some of the villagers out of the town through the outpost that direction, we may be able to save some.
We need to have a discussion. There are things that you should know about the state of our supplies.
All right.
Perhaps we could adjourn to the tavern. It is typically loud enough in there that we won't be overheard, but not so strange as to start commentary on its own, standing in the middle of the street without any sound happening.
Agreed. I'm going to turn and look at Victoria. Are you still on your horse?
I'm still on my horse. Just.
All right. I'm just going to
Tired.
raise a hand and kind of like, come on, let's go.
Fine.
As you march towards the tavern, you see guards on the walls. You see fewer merchant stalls even than were there yesterday. You definitely notice that there seems to be some anxiety in the air of the town. No one really knows what's happening. You also see, of course, the orphans running errands for the guards. You see the people moving in and out of the tavern even more than you would have seen previously. The need for drink is strong right now. And thank you for the follow, Kilbert. You get a little drink.
Do I see any of the orphans that I hired?
You do.
That's right.
You absolutely do.
Can
There is, you see, so the four that you hired before. Let's see. I took notes on this last week. Tandri, Janelle, Hauster, and Britt are all there. You see that they're not all like just standing in front of you.
Yes.
They haven't assembled for you, but you see them sort of like running errands for like getting arrows or like, polishing armor or something like that. That the soldiers are giving them tasks to keep them busy.
You want to see if I can get any of their attention and call them over as we're walking?
You can in fact get all of their attention.
All right, I just call them over real quick.
They all show up like different, like all different levels.
Go,
From
Rainy.
like 5-year-old to like 13-year-old. They're just like.
Did you watch the room? Did anyone enter?
You see 3 of them, the younger ones, all sort of like look to the older one and just sort of like And then the older one looks down at them, and he's like, and Jean says, well, no, we didn't see anybody enter. But I mean, I don't know how they would have gotten up anyway.
That is all right. Thank you for your help. You've earned
And
your
you can give me a secret insight check.
How on earth do I do a secret one?
No, just an insight check that nobody else gets to do. Because none of the other people are talking to the orphans.
Oh, dang.
Oh
That's
my
a crit.
goodness gracious!
Oh.
Yeah,
Making up for
your
last
warder-
session.
Your
No green
warder
around, so I'm good.
senses. Your warder senses definitely know that there is something going on here with these orphans. The something that the oldest one said is not true. Hauster. Something that he said is not true.
I would then like to do a. I turn to him and ask, "Tell me everything." I'd like to try to intimidate him.
Okay. Roll me an intimidation check.
See what I get.
That's a,
Nine.
that's a
Oh, geez.
9.
Okay. Now I'm going to need you to roll me an insight check.
Okay. More insight.
Okay. He just looks up at you and he's
Start us
like,
strong.
I didn't tell you everything. I told you everything. Why don't you believe me? Oh God. And you now have this 13-year-old boy like crying in front of you.
Oh my gosh.
Evan will just roll his eyes and then turn and walk away.
All right. And you
I
see,
see this exchange.
you see
Or
that
did we go in?
as he steps away from this, you then see that what is left is 3 small children trying to comfort like a preteen as he is weeping on the street.
What did you do?
That's terrible.
Nothing.
Yeah.
It is an act.
Oh my gosh. Okay, really quickly. I'm gonna send everybody else in and just turn around and go over to the little ones. I'm gonna touch the 13-year-old on the head, and I'm going to tip his face up to mine, and I'm going to say, "It's all right. He didn't mean to be scary. I understand that this is a very scary time, and it's okay." And I just lean forward and I give him a little kiss on the forehead and turn around and walk away. Like, kind of glare at Evan, like, don't be mean to little kids. Jeez.
As you do that, he seems very comforted. He definitely calms down, and just and he takes his little friends and they head back into the orphanage. Terrible person. It's a bad person.
I am just going to whisper to Evan, though, you will attract more bees with honey than rocks.
I tried honey. Then they lied to me.
So you head into the tavern. You see that it is packed. It is absolutely packed right now. Would you like to hang out in the tavern and have a conversation? Would you like to go check your rooms? Would you like to go check on Hesper? What's the deal right now?
I'm going to look at the captain and say, I need to check on my sister. Please set up some type of table or whatever you need, and I will be back down soon. And then I'm going to just nod at Evan and walk to the stairs.
Is that nod communicating follow or
Follow.
nod stay? Okay.
Like, come with me.
Figure.
Like,
I'm following.
All right, so you guys are heading up to Hesper's room?
yeah.
At the room.
Yes,
And where did they take
Awesome.
Gerard?
the barracks.
To the barracks.
The barracks. Okay. And then I am going to look at you as well, Victoria, and like, if you want to come, you can come.
I prefer staying outside, especially in this crowded area.
All right.
with this many people.
All right.
Buy yourself a drink, it'll calm the nerves.
Yes, it will.
And you found, I believe, a lot of gold recently.
I have no clue what
did.
you're talking about,
Like
Evan.
85 gold. Like, holy crap.
Evan, I have no clue what you're talking about.
She is now easily one of like the richest people in the city.
Hey, from zero to hero, am I right?
Mm-hmm.
I believe I saw a
All right.
bottle of tier red in there.
Nice.
All right, so
So up to Hester.
Victoria's down in the bar, making some
Oh, yeah.
friends. Then we are going to have our Aes Sedai and our warder head up.
Mhm.
As you go, you notice that the door is locked to Hesper's room.
I'm going to just knock very lightly on it.
There's no response.
Frick.
I will look down into the... Victoria, are you outside or did you come into the common room?
I am currently sitting at the bar trying to calm my nerves.
Yeah, and you guys are upstairs.
Yeah, we're upstairs.
So we've knocked. Door's locked. I am going to tell Sedai, wait a moment. I think Victoria might have the skills to help with this. And I will go downstairs, get Victoria, and be like, do you know how to pick a lock?
Well, I opened the chest, didn't I?
Or at least, yes.
We need your assistance.
Okay. First, I am going to need the tavern is very crowded, so why don't you tell me what you're gonna do? Like, give me a step by step here.
For me? Yeah, I'm just gonna walk down. He walks down the stairs, walks across the room, walks up to the bar.
Sorry,
leans
let me
down.
be more specific. I don't need a play-by-play every step. I want to know what you're doing when you start picking the lock.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see if I've improved since that nasty chest. Okay.
Evan's gonna
First-
stand between like the outside area and where she's kneeling down to pick the lock. Just kind of blocking the space.
Move up. Free hands. I'd first like to inspect the lock. To figure out if I can kind of figure out how to pick it more easily. Before just going ham on it and just hoping to do the right thing.
So you're gonna analyze the lock first?
Yes.
Give me an investigation check, please.
Whee. Hopefully it'll work.
Boom!
Not 20!
Whoa! That is
Well,
a
shit.
Not 20.
Okay,
Boy,
so
yeah.
the first thing that I need is for you to tell me not just about this door, but I'd like you to tell me the history of these types of locks. And exactly how they operate.
Oh, God.
You don't actually have to do that.
Thank you,
But
Kyle.
you know everything about this type of lock. Like anywhere in the world that you see this kind of lock, you legitimately, it's like, oh, it's just this, and this.
It's a very common lock.
So, why don't you give me a sleight of hand check with advantage +2?
Come on.
Yay! Okay. Dunk. Let's see. Okay, let's do. Okay. Sleight of hand, right?
Yes,
Disadvantage.
fabulous.
Oh, right, with advantage.
Oh dang.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Let's
I want to
roll
see if you get a
another.
double crit. Okay, you didn't get the double
Okay,
crit,
okay.
but
Can you like
you
blow in the
literally
lock
just
and open it?
like it's you look at the lock and you pull out your thieves' tools. Now, because you guys did not say anything about you trying to hide the fact that you're doing this from the crowd
Well, I
or
told you.
anything
I
like that.
specifically said that I was
He's
standing on the other side of Victoria, blocking her from view.
Okay. All right. Then
Specifically.
I'm going to need a give me a stealth check to see how well you are blocking this from view.
I'm
Do
giving
I
this
have to
stuff.
roll it, Evan?
Yeah, am I rolling?
Yes,
or...
Evan. Yes, Evan is rolling.
All right.
Damn.
Boom.
I am hidden. I'm
It's
gone.
like you're just sort
And
of
I'm just like,
you
that's
just sort
right.
of spread out your warder cloak a little bit, and the entire
just
hall looks empty.
So good.
So yes, there's so you have picked it incredibly easily, hidden from the crowd incredibly easily. You enter the room. The first thing you see is that Hesper is totally fine. She's still in bed. She is unchanged at this point. But she seems to have a little more color in her cheeks. Evan, you notice immediately that Sunil's hunting bow is gone.
And I imagine Sunil's not there either.
Sunil is also not there. No, Sunil's just hanging out,
Yeah.
Someone swiped his bow.
just living his life. Living his best warder life. It's good.
Standing in the corner doing the Macarena.
There you go.
I need you to leave. You just mentioned the Macarena. Just unacceptable. I'm sorry, sir. That's a no-go. In this world, absolutely not. It's not that horrific a world that the Macarena exists there.
Isn't that similar to the Sasara?
A little bit. It has been, defined as the most seductive dance ever created.
Yes.
So yeah, absolutely. It's similar.
Right, so he's not there. His hunting bow's missing.
But Hesper looks better, and the door was locked.
I do want to look around the room. I want to see if anything else is missing. Any bags, if everything seems as it was other than the hunting bow.
Give me an investigation check.
Because I have such great investigation.
11.
If anybody wants to help him, they certainly can.
I can help you.
All right, fabulous. What are you looking for?
What am I looking for? Maybe I shouldn't help because I'm not looking at anything but Hesper.
You can do a separate investigation check to actually investigate Hesper.
Okay, I want to do that because I want to see how she's doing.
Oh, that's a 10.
Okay, so I mean, chat. You can always grab some.
I know. I'm like, what?
Channel point. Like, there's your ally points can help them with a little bit of advantage right now if you want.
Yes.
Chat.
I got you.
We knew
Can
that
I give them
had
my
to come.
3 + 2s from last week?
No.
So Hesper, she looks fine. She just looks totally fine.
sorry.
She's good.
I
Kalista, you just got advantage.
I got you.
Yay! All right.
Gahard will help
Let's
from
do it.
the barracks.
Let's do it.
Unconscious.
All right, let's see this new roll, shall we?
Okay.
There we go.
23.
There we go.
There you go.
All right,
Love
so
you.
she looks better. You actually do a delving weave to see if her body is doing as well. Sorry, I'm getting a little bit of an echo. Whoever that is, if you could. There we go. So we've got, as you're doing that delving weave, what you see is that she seems like she's almost back. She's like still sort of, you can tell that her mind is still a little ways away, but now it feels like she's asleep instead of like in a coma.
Okay, so she's
So-
still.
That's good.
Sometime in the next couple of days, you think that she's going to recover.
Okay. Well, Asper's safe. Sunil gone. The door was locked. Most likely, Sunil is out, just hunting.
Is the window open?
The window is open, but on this side of the inn, it is a 30-foot drop to the ground.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the
Easy.
other side of the end. Okay.
So I don't believe Sunil would have left her in this state without being sure.
He probably locked the door, left. If food is scarce, he might be going to see if he can find anything.
Yes. All right. I'm just gonna put a hand on her shoulder just as a kind of a reassurance to myself that she's fine, and then head back out. I'm gonna take Victoria's hand as well, and I'm gonna say you did a very good job. Thank you. Are you all right?
Welcome.
You kind of lost it back there.
I mean, wouldn't you if your whole world all of a sudden got turned upside down?
It's happened a number of times in my long life, and it is jarring, but
You
just
eventually
because it
understand.
happens doesn't mean that the world ended. It's all right.
I mean, I'm a bit beat up, but I'm still standing.
And as you are having this conversation, you look down around the corner and into the tavern, and you see Sunil appear through the front door with a large stag over his shoulder. There is a huge cheer that goes up from the entire crowd as the barkeep takes Sunil and moves him into the kitchen so that they can actually cook up some venison.
There we go.
That's good.
That's so good.
Now, let us get before we get to conversations about or with the various lords of the town that have now assembled down in the tavern.
Oh.
Let us get to something that you will now be dealing with over the next several sessions.
Oh.
Currently, there are 60 guards total in the town. There are 120 viable weapons for the guards. There are 10 messenger birds. There are 1,000 civilians in this town, and there are 2,000 units of food. Every civilian consumes 1 unit of food every day, which means that at the current rate, there's only 2 days of food left.
So that was 19 guards, 120 weapons, 10 birds.
60 guards.
60 bucks.
Yeah, thank God it's not just 19 guards.
That's what I was wondering. I was like, holy crap, in Shinar? Really?
There are 60 guards there. So,
100 survival.
I want you to have those numbers. I will happily remind you of any of the numbers that you want. This is not like, take the note and screw you. The information is available. But make decisions. You will get information about all of these things. You need to make decisions about how to utilize your resources now. Now, the deer that has just been brought in will feed everyone staying in the tavern and the tavern owner and his family for 10 days.
Okay.
Dang.
All right? Well, it's several hundred pounds of meat. So
It's a stag. It's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Big boy.
just be aware that that is what's happening. Now, where are we going?
Are the people assembled like just kind of they're already there,
It's
or
the
is there
same. It's the
some-
same situation as last time, where they
Okay.
have a table. So you've
Okay.
got the merchant, you see the guard captain, and the lord of the city is there as well.
Okay, I'm going to just straight to their table,
Fabulous.
And sit down at whatever available chair is there.
They have made 3 chairs available for the 3 of you.
I will branch off before we get there though, and go to Sunil,
Mm-hmm.
and just kind of give him the quick download that we found the door locked. We were nervous, so we went ahead and opened it, checked on her. The room's open for you.
Sunil seems a little put out that you picked the lock on his room, but then calms down, recognizes that you are a fellow warder, that it's fine, you know. And he just looks at you and he says, "Yes, we have food, but I was speaking to some of the people beforehand. The city will run off very shortly."
We are aware. Yeah, it is a major issue. Did you see, what did things look like outside the walls to you? Out in the wilderness?
It's strange. It is very strange. The people are fine. There's they barely even know that anything is happening. As far as I could tell, I ran into many farmers. As far as I could tell, the only people that have been attacked are the people who were carrying large amounts of food. That's all. People just heading to market, fine. No one seems to care. There's entire farmsteads out there that are, it's unlike any Trolloc issue I've ever seen.
It's too
They
controlled.
just, they should be eating every farmer in sight. But they're fine.
Even a Murdral could not keep them as contained as this.
No, there's something much worse at play here. The only other thing that I've seen is as I was hunting the stag, there was a camp that I think was attempting to stay hidden near one of the waterfalls that supplies the river that this city sits upon. I don't know if that's a guard post or something else. I didn't investigate.
We will ask. Thank you. Go see to your Sedai. And then
And
I
he
will
heads off and starts. He actually starts dressing the deer and getting that all taken care of.
And I walk back to the table and sit down next to Callista.
As you approach, you hear that the three men at the table are arguing over what's going on. It seems that first the guard captain is insisting that they keep people here because this is obviously the only place that is safe for civilians. This is the only place that they can be defended. Lord Akol Trinawa, who is the lord of the city, is trying to say that, first of all, we need to gain more intel before we make any rash actions, and that the people will actually be safest if they are taken away. Martine seems to be studying, the merchant seems to be studying the situation and is not speaking a whole lot. So having stepped into this conversation, tell me, what do you say?
Me, I actually say nothing. I sit next to my Sedai and turn to look to her.
I'm just going to listen to this for a few seconds just to get a feeling for where the men are, like, emotionally with what's going on. Because with situations like this, the emotions are what are in control. Once I've kind of heard their position.
Give me 3 insight checks. First, guard captain. Second, lord. Third, merchant.
Insight. There it is.
All right. The guard the guard captain seems stoic. He's seen this kind of stuff before. Give me your second insight check.
Come on.
An
Better.
18. You can tell that the Lord is very concerned. He's not nearly as used to hiding his emotions as the guard captain is. He seems very concerned. about the state of the city and the state of his people. And what about your third one?
Oh,
That's 4.
And Martine's just seems inscrutable. He's just, sitting there with his fingers steepled in front of his mouth, just watching, not moving a muscle.
Okay.
And what would you like to do now?
What is the priority of the city? I'm just going to look at all
As
three.
soon as you say that, all three of them start talking at once, and you can't understand any of them.
And I'm going to say exactly. Priority of the city right now is chaos.
Got him.
You get inspiration
Got
for
it.
that, because that's just the
Damn!
That was
Yeah. I love it.
Thank you.
Ah.
Okay. This is chaos. We need one voice. We need one way that we're moving. If
As
your
you say
priority,
As you say that, the Lord looks at you and says, the priority is the people.
I would agree. There's no point in trying to save a city if it's going to be destroyed from the outside in. We need to get everyone out. Everyone that would like to leave.
You see the guard captain, you see his sort of shoulders scrunch up. It's obvious that he wants to say something, but he's not going to speak against the Lord. But he does look at you and he says, we cannot afford the guards. And they would not survive in the wilderness without some sort of protection. Even if there weren't Trollocs wandering around. We would need to send, and here's a piece of information for you, we would need to send at least 5 guards for every 100 people that we're going to send out into the wilderness.
May I come with a suggestion?
Of course, Victoria, what?
Now I'm just thinking loudly, the men who want to fight and protect the city, could they maybe, I don't know, get practice from either you, gesturing to the guard captain, or maybe from a warder?
As soon as you say that, the guard captain just shouts, without moving his face at all, he just shouts, Taishar Shinar! And
Thank
literally
you for
every
being
human
an
being in the tavern
Fuck yeah.
whips out a sword and is ready to go. Like this,
Shinar.
these are the borderlands. Everyone, every man, woman, and child knows how to wield a sword here. They are ready. Every single person can help in the defense of the city. But
Right.
will you all
We only
start
have
to
100
before that?
Wait, but we only have 120 weapons. But everyone.
120 swords.
Okay.
There's, like military weapons.
Okay.
Yeah, military grade. It's not a horrible idea if the town itself has been taught to defend itself from a very young age. Why not allow them the choice?
We don't even know how many would want to leave. These are the borderlands. They are bred. They live to fight Trollocs, to fight the Blight. I question how many would even want to leave.
Captain, what do you think?
I think that if they all stay, we'll be dead within a week from starvation.
I think if they all stay, you'll
And
be dead
something,
within 3 days.
something to know is that for every day anyone goes without food, you gain a level of exhaustion, which means at maximum you have 6 days to live.
I'm going to look at the merchant and say, you've been very quiet. Before, you apparently couldn't keep your mouth shut about how wonderful and important you were to the city. How do you feel now?
It's always important for a merchant to think tactically, to understand not only his own needs and desires, but the needs and desires of everyone around him, because that is what he fulfills, and that is what his reputation is built on. I think in this situation, choices will have to be made. I do have one suggestion, something that I would be happy to contribute to the defense of the city. Though I am not well versed in the art of the sword, I do have a wagon train here. It seems that these monsters are attracted to the wagon train. I could perhaps send it out as a diversion to help people escape, if that is what you choose to do.
Send the wagon train one direction and the people the other.
Yes.
Makes sense. Captain, what do you think?
I think that it would give them a better chance at survival, certainly. But I would still insist on sending guards with them. The city is the people, not the walls. And if the people don't survive, the city doesn't survive.
I think the most important thing would be for us to find out how many would even go. It is a moot point if no one wants to go. If there's only 100 willing to leave, and there's only, it's 5 gods total.
But if they go, they have a chance. If they stay, it's guaranteed.
I will say, every person is willing to leave. Every person is willing to stay and defend.
Yeah.
This is going to be up to you as the players.
All right, cool.
Just so I don't want to take any agency away from you, but just so we don't spend an hour trying to figure out the motivation.
Make a census.
Sure, makes sense.
So,
From a militaristic standpoint, it would be best if every able body could fight for the impending attack. And if we their choice. If they want to, they will.
Certainly, but we don't know when this attack is coming. The guard captain speaks up and he says, these are siege tactics, which means they are going to try to break us before they break the walls.
So what if we went to find them first?
Well,
right out.
I think we would all die.
I don't
think
mean
that-
literally all of us as an army. I mean a few scouts to go find them.
I think
Is
that
that a
that would be a good
possibility?
idea, but I think that it would also be a very good idea to keep some people here to help defend the town should anything happen.
Of course.
The idea with the wagon train was to draw them.
Mhm.
We could always use that, but rather than goods in the wagons, you
It's
have
men.
extra soldiers.
Captain, do you think we'd be able to split the current guard in half? Set up a
Ambush.
ambush?
Well, I suppose we could try that.
How many wagons in the wagon train?
There are 5.
We'd need less, I would think.
Yeah,
You wouldn't be able to fit them all, but if we took 20 guards, 5,
5 per
4, it'd be 4
per wagon.
wagon. That would be a tempting offer if we keep them hidden in the wagons and then have them jump out when they attack. It leaves 40 guards here in the event that the city is attacked before.
You understand that the Trollocs know the green roofed wagons mean food. Like, you know, they will recognize it.
If we do that, then you, and I'm looking at Evan, you and I are going.
Of course.
Well, that means I'm also going.
All
I think that
right.
I think that's probably the best choice for us to take at this point. We'll either starve if we all stay here, but if we create some type of diversion, we could get a fair portion of the citizens out of the city, making the rations go out farther.
Yes.
So we distract. We get them
Now-
to attack.
Have you, Evan, are you going to tell them about what Sunil told you?
Yes.
No, he's just going to keep that to himself.
Okay,
Good. Good.
Just wait
No,
until
I don't know. Smart.
Wait until this bit gets decided a little bit, and then I will look to the guard
Fabulous.
captain.
Okay, so what it sounds to me right now is that you guys want to ride out with the wagons.
Yes.
And how many people are you going to send away?
Oh, geez.
Because any 100, you have to send an additional 5 guards, correct?
Yeah,
With them?
and you can send them in units of 100, but 5 guards disappear.
Because if we took 20, that takes us down to 40 guards in the city. If we sent 200 people, that we lose 10 guards. There's 30 guards left in the city. We have
Yep.
20 with us, 30 left in the city, 10 go with 200 people, which will give us a little bit of time.
Well, if it's what 100. Wait. Shoot. What was
I'd
it
like
again?
an intelligence check from everybody, please. And Lando, you have recovered in the barracks,
Okay, I was-
and you have
This is not
come
the-
back over.
I was thinking of just busting through the door and be like, I agree! But I was waiting for the right time.
It's me.
What are you saying?
I'm fine now! Yeah!
I think that the merchant's wearing green, isn't he?
God.
I rolled a 2.
Then.
Oh my God.
And I
The color
rolled
of the
every
merchant.
20.
Nice. Okay,
This is why I follow you.
Yeah, let's see.
This is why we're married.
Victoria
18.
and Callista. So, and Gahard, all of you, you understand that you can, in fact, ration the food if you need to.
Okay, so
What I will tell you is, if you do half rations every 3 days, people will gain a level of exhaustion. If you do 1/4 rations, every 2 days, people will get a level of exhaustion.
Okay.
Can we... These people are fighters. Can we conscript or put out a call to bolster the guards from the able-bodied?
that was my next.
So I feel like so we already went over that.
Okay.
Sorry. There's
Alright.
yeah, it's every person is willing to stay and fight. Every person is also willing to leave.
So my question is that if people are willing to fight, the 5 guards per 100 people?
But there's a difference between wanting to fight, being willing to fight, and being trained as a guard.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Oh yes.
I mean, I could be willing to fight. I'd still die in 5 seconds. This is Haley talking,
Against the trolley,
not
yeah.
Callista.
Right.
So
I can handle the Trolloc.
tell me, what is going to happen? How many are you going to send? Let's make this decision now.
You send the 200.
So we're gonna send 200 people,
All right.
10 guards. Are we going to ask the guards to come back?
They will not be able to return in time.
Okay.
Yeah, it'd be.
All right. So then we're just out those guards. Okay. So we're gonna do that, and then we're going to do the wagon diversion with 4 guards per wagon, and Evan and I, and I'm assuming Gahard, you as well, and
Yes,
little
of course.
Victoria.
And we should move to
Starting.
half rations. That
Agreed.
effectively triples our time.
Yes.
I
All
also,
right.
I
That
also
is the
think
plan.
that the guards that remain should find able-bodied people and train them as much as they can, that they're
Oh.
more effective.
They're already totally trained. Like that's you missed the scene with the Tai Shar Shinar.
Yeah. Everybody's ready. Everybody's ready to
He
go.
wasn't in the room.
Okay.
So
Oh.
I totally get it.
They-
You magically understand this fabulous thing that happened before you walked in.
Now, here,
No, I
here's
just
one-
tell him about it.
is it possible to conscript, not in that same way, but any of the individuals to hunt?
Oh.
That's a really good question.
Absolutely, you can send as you in sort of units of 100. You can send people out to go hunting.
Okay.
Oh, also, we should ask for volunteers for the caravans. We don't need to take purely guards.
You want to take villagers in the caravan.
Well, sorry, I
I
guess
knew
I guess I'm getting a
aiming-
conflicting message because you're saying that
Yes,
they can't be
you-
trained more, but they're not as good.
I don't. So I'm not really sure what you're aiming at. What we have done. Let me explain the situation
Yeah.
right now. So the decision has been made. We are going to send out a caravan
Yep.
filled with guards to lure the Trollocs over there, while we send 200 people in a different direction
Yep.
to get them to safety. Okay. So I'm asking, do you want to include villagers with the caravan that is aiming towards the Trollocs?
No, not villagers.
Okay.
No, so the villagers are all willing to fight, but they're not.
Villagers
Actual
and guards. So
professionally
I'm sorry if this is super
trained.
complicated. Villagers and guards are different things.
Yeah.
You have different
Yes.
levels of these resources.
100%.
Okay.
100%.
So yeah, so guards alone
But
in the diversion caravan, and then we'll have 10 guards that go out. Is that what you mean? You don't?
well, my
think-
confusion was when I asked if we could spend time to have the guards train people. They said that it was said that they are trained and they
They're
can't
trained
learn
They are
anymore.
already trained.
at this
Yes,
point.
they as trained as they're gonna be. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, like we don't have
So-
time at this
so
point
moving
to
on,
Right.
train more.
There is. So we have got fabulous caravan heading out with 4 delightful adventurers. Are you going to go with them, or are you going to stay to defend the town? Lando.
Oh.
It's up to you, Aes Sedai. I will be happy to kill Trollocs in any context. I will go.
How
where
is your
I'm needed.
control? How is your control at the moment?
I still have it. That was the longest I've ever wrestled Saidin. I will try not to replicate it if possible. But I have some time yet.
All right. You will keep me informed.
Of course.
If they attack while we're gone, 30 guards should be able to hold them for a time for us to come back. Then we get 20 guards attacking from the outside. 30 guards
Especially if
attacking
they
from the
divide their
inside.
forces to attack. It seems it would be unlikely that they would attack both the caravan and the wall at the same time.
I would like to remind everyone that one of my favorite pastimes is
War attack?
is splitting the party. So you don't all have to go in the same direction. You can explore different things, or you can go together. Either one is 100% available to you.
Looking at Evan, he disseminated all the information that Sunil gave us, right? Right?
Well,
Yes?
we have not.
No,
We
we've not
haven't.
done
So we have not done that yet.
I have a thought. Come on.
Can we do that part? Can we do that part
We
then?
absolutely can. So as you tell him as you speak about what Sunil discussed, the guard captain looks at you and says, "We have no presence near the waterfall.
They won't
That
go
is something
down the
else."
water. They've cut off the
Suggestion.
food. They're going to cut off the water. We have our strike point.
Right.
Yes, Victoria.
I'm known to be quite fast and hard to spot. I can scout ahead if that is something that is needed.
As could I.
As can I. I say if we know they're there and they're going to attempt to cut off the water, I say there's no need to send out the caravan to lure them. We know where they are.
Well, at least we know where
Well-
that small group is.
We
But
don't
that's
know
not-
what it
Yes.
is.
Cut off the water.
Based on what Sunil told you, there was no more than a single campfire, which means it's a very limited amount
Okay.
of Trollocs.
Yeah. Can
We have
Victoria-
To, we have to stop the water. We're gonna keep. The
Not
water.
that it's Trollocs, it could be anything. It's just
As
people.
I said, we don't
It's a
we
picnic
don't
at the
know
waterfall.
what it is.
That's all it is.
Victoria, can you go out? Can you scout ahead? How close is the waterfall? Could you be back like within a few hours and half
The
a day?
waterfalls. So Essentially, for story purposes, any place that you'd like to go is about half a day away.
Oh, frick. Okay. Frick.
I mean,
See
despite
what
how
you're
quick I
doing,
might be-
Kyle. I don't want it.
He wants to see
Ah!
party.
Callista, despite how fast I might be, that's still pretty far.
Damn it.
Gahad
I
and
mean,
Victoria went to the waterfall. You and I went with the caravan.
You are not going to the waterfall. I'm looking at Gahard and Victoria. You are not going to the waterfall alone. If you are
Well-
going, we are sending guard with you. You can scout ahead all you want, but I don't want you to go alone. There's no point in you sacrificing yourself if it's not worth anything. Yes?
But he's quiet. But the guard will be noisy.
it's, I'll only be having a quick look. I won't engage in anything. I'm not stupid.
That's a long way to go just for a look.
Just for a look. You
Yes.
go and you go to kill. You go to destroy. You don't go to just look if it's that far. I'm like the captain of the guard is still sitting right there, and I'm gonna be like, "What do you
No
you
one's going to
suggest,
argue
Captain?"
with an Aes Sedai. No
No,
one
but
will argue. With
I know,
you.
but what do you
Despite a
do?
little
You
girl.
concur, Captain? Do you concur?
I think in situations like this, if there is a small strike force, especially if they go under cover of darkness, they might actually be able to do some damage without taking any damage
You
themselves.
have men that
But I
fit
think
this
if we are
description.
actually, but also I think if we are actually going to, and the answer to that is no.
Okay.
No soldier has any special skills. You're not
No
going to be able.
guerrilla
They're
warfare
just they can throw their swords around at people. They're useful at chopping at things, but none of them are like magic users or rogues or rangers or anything like that. It's just
Water.
very basic. We
Okay.
so you have got he looks at you and he says, yes, but if we are going to send the caravan as well, we need to do it soon. The longer we wait, the less food we have. The longer we wait, the more likelihood that people just won't make it through it all.
Damn you, Kyle. Okay.
Yep.
Victoria.
Worst
God.
DM ever. You
God.
have to make choices.
Victoria and I will go to the waterfall. We will take care of
Bring
this
two
problem.
guards? I don't know.
You
They'll be
Go.
more of a liability.
That's true.
And you and I will go with the caravan and guards.
are going to look at the Lord Mayor and
And
the
who-
captain of the guard. And I'm just gonna say, you get the people ready and out as soon as we say go. Yes?
They hand you what looks like a tube with a parachute, sort of, on top of it, and a little thing at the bottom, and they say, light this, we will see the flare.
All right.
And that will be the signal for them to send people out of the city. Now,
Yes, we prepare and go.
Okay.
well,
Um,
there's one thing left to decide. Which direction are you sending the people? Are you sending them to the Isle Waste? Are you sending them down the road to the south to Tar Valon? Are you sending them to the neighbors over in Arafel?
Arafell's
closest?
closest.
Do what?
Arafel is closest? Or is Tarvalin?
They're
Arafel.
both about equal. They're both about equal
Equidistant.
distance. The travel.
The outpost that we just killed all those Trollocs at
Was
was on the way to
To
Tarvalin.
Tarvalin.
Yeah, on the way to Tar Valon. Yeah.
You as nice as I
Send
would.
them that way.
Tarvalin.
We need to send them towards Tarvalin. It's less likely that the Trollocs, or not Trollocs, but that they would send another group that same direction so soon.
Considering the outpost blew up.
Yes.
Exactly.
Fabulous. All right. We shall send them. The plan has been put in place.
Now,
We shall
Rick-
leave the city unattended. We shall send 2 people over to the camp to find out what's going on, and we shall send 2 people with a caravan to distract them so that 200 townspeople can escape. And with that, we shall take a quick break. But before we go, we shall be back in about 5 minutes And
Yes,
while we're
please.
away, definitely go sign up for Fabulous Dice from Phoenix Dice and a delightful book from Realm
Yay!
Warp Media. And if you love what we're doing, if you want to help support us, please, please, please go just follow us on Ko-fi. Or if you'd like to send us a cup of inspiration on Ko-fi, we absolutely would love that. That would be amazing of you.
Thank
So
you
thank
for
you
being
all. We'll be
an
back
ally.
in about 5 minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Yay! Thank you. Okay, there we do. I have it. Freaking hell.
Lando?
Yep. Yep.
Welcome
Hey,
back,
everybody.
everyone! Yeah!
Hello.
All right. Decisions have been made. Welcome back to the second half of our Wheel of Time campaign setting. I would like to know from my players which one, and who's got the echo?
It's coming from
There's
Callista's.
It's
which
coming from mine.
one?
Turn on the TV.
It's gone now. There we go. Which one of these endeavors shall we do first? Are we going to go kill some Trollocs? Or are we going to go explore a strange camp?
Real quick before we jump into that, I did want to do one thing before we left the table
Sure.
with you three. I did want to, right after, pull Martin, the merchant, aside.
Martine.
Sorry. And I wanted to just
Be nice
ask
to the
him,
merchant.
the wagons that he has,
Mhm.
they have a very beautiful color green. I wondered if it was
Oh
possible
my
to get
gosh.
that in cloth. If I could get cloth in that color.
If you help me survive, I can get you anything you want.
Wonderful.
Oh, real quick. How long did it take to get back from the fortress? And essentially, can Gerard have a long rest because he was unconscious and?
So you missed that. I just said that yes, we are going to
Oh, okay,
be
cool.
doing
Sorry.
a long
Thank you.
rest. So
Cool.
I want to see I want to see the water first. I want to see the sneakiness.
fabulous.
Time
Then,
to see a monkey girl. Let's go.
Oh my god.
Go Victoria!
all
Hoorah!
right. Then let us adjourn. You take a few horses and you head to the north. It takes some time to collect the 200 villagers that are going to be sent to the south. By the time you get to the waterfall, it is night. But the person that switches our maps out has just left the table for some reason.
Lando.
So,
Or crack pot for you
players.
guys. There he is.
Yeah. Aren't we the most professional, Haley? That's right.
We are. I already told you I want to be like you, Kyle.
One day you can have this luxurious beard.
I'm still working on it.
You can do it.
I can only grow like 2 or 3 little ones.
I love it. I love that. I'm clipping that. Yes, I'm very excited to show that to the world.
Random
I'm
things you
I'm
learn about
sending that
Haley
to
in
Matt.
the stream.
I'm sending that to Mr. Mercer immediately.
Do not tag Mr. Mercer in a. I will come to the East Coast, Kyle.
Murder!
Oh my god.
So,
Oh,
Victoria and Gahard, please put your tokens in the northeast corner of the map, and I will tell you what you see.
oh.
At the base of a raging waterfall that churns and sends up spray in rainbows and crisp droplets, you see where the waterway that supplies all the fresh water for Falgor Fan starts. Beneath the waterfall, an ancient ruin, almost ready to be consumed by the blight. Who knows what will happen to the waterway once that happens? But for now, the water is still clear. As you approach, you see to the south a campfire with several Trollocs blazing about. You see many barrels no idea what they are. But many barrels and several tents. Now, give me a perception check, each of you.
Perception.
17.
And chat, this is when the best time will be to help. Because this
I'm
is
gonna
not
be
going to be
using-
easy.
Advantage bonuses.
All
Do
right.
all of the things.
Gahard,
Haste
you
for 3 rounds.
You see a Trolloc standing guard over here, blocked by a bit of wall. I will now tell you about your stealth mission. Ooh!
Okay.
You may
Mission Impossible.
utilize anything on your character sheet. This will be narrative combat.
Oh, yeah.
But if you choose to do something that alerts the other Trollocs, it will take them only 2 rounds to open these barrels and pour them into the river. You still don't know what they are. No one knows. No one can even guess, can they? It's candy. They're gonna put some candy in the river to upset the
Kool-Aid.
children.
Kool-Aid.
It's shampoo.
The children are gonna
You don't
see
know
the
this.
candy just floating by in the river, and they're gonna cry. And that's the plan.
Ah,
So
if candy were dead
They
bodies.
just have a bunch of vans, and they arrive around them.
that's,
Candy.
that's how you get ants.
Oh god.
All right, so tell me, what will you do first?
Oh god. Okay.
Can't be seen.
No, I
Well-
realize that.
I mean, can't you be seen?
And Gahard is gonna reach out his hand and touch Victoria. And
Oh, and
cast-
thank you for giving haste.
Yeah.
Which player? Chaotic Platypus, you're fabulous. Which player are you giving a little
Player's
haste
choice.
to? Ooh, which play? Fine, Gahard or Victoria? Which of you gets that haste?
Victoria.
He does.
Alright,
Victoria.
No, I'll give it to Gahard.
All right, Gahard,
I'll
you have
definitely take it.
haste.
Alright, so I'm gonna reach out my hand and touch Victoria and cast Pass Without a Trace on both of us. So our
Ooh.
and I imagine it. There's like this subtle white noise ambient wind that's around our whole body, so that when we walk around, it just sounds like still night.
Ooh.
Fabulous.
And then you just say, you just do a hand motion at this point.
So, what I'm going to say, so that it fits with this world that we're in, which is very low magic. When you cast this spell, what you do is you point out to Victoria very quietly twigs. You point out bushes, things that Victoria might not see
Gotcha.
normally, so that she is aware of where to place her feet, so that stealth is far easier for her.
That works.
But the mechanical effect is the same. You get a +10 to your stealth check.
Awesome.
Now, there
Thank you,
are
Gahard.
so the first thing there will be a few rolls in here. Give me a stealth check, each of you. Now you may do it with a +10. All right.
We both have
Fantastic.
+9. So we have an automatic 19.
Oh, that's great.
I got 23 and
That's
24.
nasty. That's
Wait,
nasty.
so you what?
We both have
About the
plus.
same thing.
Sorry.
What were you saying? There was a mechanical thing that you were telling me.
Oh,
Tell me what's going
sorry.
on.
I didn't know who you were asking. We both have +9,
Alright.
so with pass without trace, our minimum is 19.
Well, so yes. So okay, so Gahard got 13.
Yeah.
Victoria got 14. So Gahard has a 23 and
Yep.
Victoria has a 24.
Yes.
So, yes, so just so as not to confuse the numbers. So now, tell me, what's next?
Gahari's gonna slowly
Okay.
make his way over to this Trolloc. What direction is the Trolloc facing?
He is walking back and forth. So, sometimes he is facing you, sometimes he is not.
He's walking up and down these steps, I presume.
No, he's just at the top. He's staying at the top. But since you are moving towards him, he just critted on his perception check.
No.
No!
Well, I guess the town's getting
No.
poisoned.
Wait.
I need you.
No.
So, dun dun dun. You will each have 1 round to take this guy down. Let me explain to you what that means. If you do not take him down completely in 1 round, he will alert everyone. The camp will be alerted to this. So, Victoria, you chose not to take the haste. I will
Oh,
allow you.
Soul's just
So
gave
Frost just give.
Oh, fabulous. Yay! All right, so Victoria,
Thank
you
you,
now
Souls.
have haste as well.
There we go,
Let
guys.
us begin. Victoria, because you are so nimble, you may in fact double your movement if you give me a DC 15 acrobatics check as you tumble through these ancient ruins.
DC 15.
DC 15 acrobatics. Can you do
Come on.
it?
Please don't fail me
Can
now.
you do it?
Don't fail
Yes,
me
you
now!
can.
Yeah!
I need you to describe to me first how you get all the way across this distance, and then what you do to the Trolloc when you get there. Go.
I will. This is gonna
You
be
will
difficult.
tell me.
I will be running up towards the stairs and actually jump up, almost do like a handstand to turn myself around as I reach this ledge over here. Just like place the hands and do almost like a cartwheel up.
Fabulous. So you cartwheel up onto the stairs. What's next? There's a giant column fallen right in front of you.
I will use the column as a springboard.
So
What?
as you
And-
cartwheel up the stairs,
Solid.
you jump from the column as you land on it. And
Yes.
tell me, what happens next?
I will do
With-
a magnificent twist in the air. As I land, I don't know, was this a throne?
Well, you have given me you got a 20 on your acrobatics check. Give me an athletics check with advantage.
You
Great.
got this.
Now, the way that narrative combat works is if you just tell me what happens, it happens. But if you keep saying you have to do rolls. Okay?
Okay. Great. Athletics?
Yes, athletics with advantage.
Cool.
All right, with a 20 athletics, you can in fact jump. Typically, you would be able to go about 15 to 20 feet. You can go a full 30 feet.
Oh.
So you land on
is
this
that?
column. You land on this
Oh.
column right there. Now, narrative. Give me a fabulous story.
I need to know. There was a wall. No, there was another wall. God damn it.
You can look at the map while you are telling me this story.
It's almost
not
it's crucial.
It's an open book test. It's an open book test, honey.
Open
You're
note.
fine.
Open note. Yep.
I will.
Come on, stab it.
Also that, but first, I will
There, I can't help.
be trying to almost like jump in front of the Trolloc and then roll through his legs to get up behind him and grapple him to make it an easier target for Gahard.
Oh, nice combo move. We are talking combo move. Guess what you get to do with a combo move?
Cool
I
stuff.
don't know.
Oh, was that
I can't
rhetorical?
remember. Gahard.
Oh,
If so, here's a fun new mechanic that I am introducing right now. If the other character accepts it, you can do a combo move with them where you get to say what they do. The caveat is the next round, they get to take control of your character. So, are we doing combo move or Gahard? Are you doing it on your own?
I have an idea, but I'll
Victoria, this is
play
up
ball.
to Victoria.
Oh, gotcha.
Make a decision. Keep it coming, sweetie.
Combo move!
We're dragging.
Combo move!
All right, fabulous. What does Gahard do? Since Gahard is the one that the Trolloc sees, you have just done a cartwheel up onto a fallen column, done an incredible spinning leap onto a very delicate column,
So
jumped
extra. I
between a
love it.
Trolloc's legs, grabbed him by the neck, and exposed him to what?
Exposed him to a ranger who's already nooked 2 arrows, pointing it directly
You know me
at
so well.
the chest.
Right there.
One at the chest and one for the throat as I expose it. And I just, without saying it, just lips fire.
Can I add one bonus detail?
Yes.
So Gahard, as he shoots the arrows, he knows how important these arrows are in terms of their whole mission. So as the arrows fly, he raises his hand and pushes with the wind, so that when they hit, they go down to the fletching of the arrow all the way through the Trolloc.
They don't stab Victoria behind him.
Ow.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, Victoria, I'm very sorry. I'm going to need a dexterity saving throw from you.
Sorry, is Victoria significantly shorter than the Trolloc?
She
I am
is
currently
holding the Trolloc's
holding him.
neck right now. I'm sorry. What
Good
you have
luck.
done is canon.
It has
Now,
been
mind you, because Victoria got a brand new fabulous item from Soul's
That's
Rolls, which we
right.
love.
Ew.
Because she just completed a successful acrobatics check, she in fact gets advantage on all her dexterity saving throws, and anyone attacking her has disadvantage on their rolls for this round. So
That's right.
you get
Oh, I-
advantage on your dexterity saving throw.
Huzzah! Huzzah!
And you, as these arrows
Going on?
as these arrows just go straight through this Trolloc, you see one pop right through its neck, and it stops just right in front of your face. And you just pop your head up over the shoulder as you let the Trolloc fall to the ground with a look of, what the fuck, dude? And now, for the next round, Gahard, tell me, we have killed the first Trolloc. Tell me what's happening next.
Right. Gahard is gonna stalk. Actually, he's gonna go this way. Go down here.
Oh, I do
Yes.
need a roll from you, though. What is your Sidene count?
Right.
8. Well, it's 8 now.
It is 8. Give me a wisdom check, please. Wisdom saving throw.
Come on, come on.
Gimme. All right.
That's 20.
Ah!
You
That's a
critted.
crit.
For that crit, you can remove the sardine that you just got.
Nice.
Nice.
Solid.
We love to
All
see
right, now, Gahard, tell me what's happening. Keep it going, or these Trollocs are going to wake up and they're going to murder all of you.
Oh, they're asleep. Okay, perfect. Yeah, so he's gonna come down here along this way to the edge, right here. He's gonna look. So was this one patrolling?
All right, so I'm gonna need a new stealth check. Um, since you are now around a whole lot more Trollocs. I'm gonna need one from each of you.
That's a
Oh, shit.
34.
All right.
5 of
Gahard,
them.
oh my god. Yes, you're fine. There's
naive for ya.
Victoria, I need one from you, please.
Black veiled Aiel.
it.
All right, so still 26. So you're still good. All right. Okay, we got this. Now, tell me, Gahard, what are you going to do?
So these four sleeping and this one's patrolling.
No, they are not.
Okay. What do I
These
see?
four are awake. There are 4 tents, though.
There might be more inside that tent.
Oh. Awesome. So
Fireball.
Gahard is gonna. Yeah, if only. Gahard is gonna look at Victoria and be like, and then just in the lowest tone he can, you say, "We should burn the barrel."
Okay, I can't hear you,
Okay,
which means I can't
All
do
right.
that.
So just pretend like it's really quiet. He's gonna say, "We should burn the barrels and the tents.
Yes.
Just light them
Get
on
those
fire."
barrels. Then you can run.
Do we have anything to
Okay,
burn it
so
with?
as a DM, I'm going to ask you, are you sure?
Do it.
Well, no, I'm not.
Doesn't that mean to do it?
Not on this channel, it generally doesn't.
No.
Generally
it
on
means,
this channel, when I say "Are you sure?"
It means I'm
what I'm
missing
really
something.
saying is,
Breaking through.
I need you to have a full thought instead of half a thought.
Oh, okay.
So, do we want to burn the barrels and the tents?
Mm.
I'm going to need you to make a decision, or the Trollocs are going to wake up.
No.
Come on now.
All right, no. I guess Victoria doesn't want to do it, so no, that's fair. All right.
Never trust the DM.
I will say to you, the stuff in the barrels is not flammable. Destroying the barrels is not going to save the town. Destroying the barrels automatically puts the stuff in the water. Think it through.
Gotcha. Makes
Break a
sense.
barrel with a bunch of stuff in it. It goes into the water that's right next to it. So, there.
It looks like there's something.
I have a theory.
Okay.
Gahard?
This is whispering, by the way, just
Yes.
canonically.
Yes.
Okay.
You have done your fabulous stealth checks.
Okay.
You are good for now.
We don't know what's in those barrels.
Probably bad, obviously.
Try. Let's try and open one up, figure out what's inside, and make a stand from there.
You can just assume it's poison or some kind of disease or sickness. I mean, knowing specifics, I don't feel like is that helpful. We need to
And
either remove
While
the
you are
barrels-
having this conversation, a couple of the Trollocs start wandering away from the fire. There's lot of tea,
right.
lot of tall, lot of tea, lot of tall. That's how Trollocs sound when they're just strolling. Just so you know. So, would you like to keep discussing? Would you like to do something interesting?
Okay.
Opera at the barrel.
We need to make a move, and
Yes.
quickly.
Yeah, barrels of Kool-Aid powder. Yes, they are. Exactly.
Yes, chaotic platypus. It's true.
God
And
damn it.
Aerogenasi, it is so archaic. just murdering Trollocs. Takes me back to the Trolloc Wars. It's true. I do now want to do a comedic short story called The Trollop Wars. I think that would be
Oh
Yes.
that would be
God.
delightful.
We should burn the tents. Their first thought won't be to release the barrels. It'll be to put out the fires.
Maybe.
And
Probably.
if we need to directly face them after that, but they won't see us.
Okay, Trollocs are going to get on the move again if we don't make some decisions. It's narrative combat. I need some narration, you guys.
Okay. I will move over behind the barrels and probably, I don't know.
How many
try
barrels
and
are there?
just-
There are dozens.
Okay.
I'll move over behind one of the barrels, try to open one up and
And the
see what's
Trollocs
inside.
keep moving. I'm going to need another stealth check from both of you.
God damn it.
23.
All right. Okay, you guys are still okay,
33.
but they're getting closer. Anything?
We need to remove some of these Trollocs. That requires us getting closer.
How visible is
Or
this
obviously getting
Trolloc?
closer.
In terms of how much is it being lit up by the fire?
That Trolloc, if you take any more time just discussing, is going to discover you. He can see you right now.
Try to take him
Let's
out.
go.
Let's take him out.
Ranger,
Gahard,
take
Alright.
out.
So we're
I'll be
gonna.
moving over behind some
Gahard is gonna
barrels.
shoot 2 arrows in the same form. He's gonna put one right above the Adam's apple and run right below it. And
Okay.
use sighting enhancing push to just push them as far through the Trollocs throat as he can.
Nice.
All right. What is Victoria doing? Don't forget, you control Victoria because she controlled you last round.
Victoria is going to, depending on how bright this area is, Victoria is going to come up to
Make
this
a decision.
Trolloc and sneak attack this Trolloc.
Okay. I'm going to need an actual narrative, please. Tell me the
Okay,
story. Paint
so-
me the picture.
So Victoria is going to stealthily move across the river to this Trolloc, sneak up behind it, take both daggers, and put it in either side of the back of its throat and rip forward.
Gross. Okay. All right. For this one, because I am on the fence about this, I am going to need a dexterity check from Victoria, please.
Okay.
Does she have advantage?
Just a flat out dexterity.
Well, no, we didn't do any acrobatics this turn. So she's not going to have advantage. Yeah, just a straight dexterity check.
Cool.
All right, with a 20, you managed to do it fast enough that you can sever the Trolloc's vocal cords so it
Oh.
cannot scream out. Victoria, I'm going to need from you. The Trolloc begins to fall backwards on your slight form. Why don't you tell me what is happening right now?
Currently, a Trolloc is slowly falling backwards, and I will almost nimbly do like a pirouette around the body as I see it starting falling. I'll just, oh no, and just rotate almost on the spot, just gently moving my feet away as if I was doing some kind of dance routine.
Fabulous. All right, so there it is. So you have killed 2 more Trollocs. Delightful. Now, you see 2 Trollocs, and there is one behind that wall that you can see as well. The wall is crumbling. It's got a few holes in it. You can see that something is moving over there. Victoria, tell me, what are you going to do?
Bad timing, but okay. I will almost like move myself closer to the ground and slowly but surely gently move my way over towards this wall.
All right.
Then I will try and, without making much noise and hopefully without breaking down the wall further, climb it
Fun.
and stand on top of the wall, seeing a Trolloc under me. It's looking away from the wall.
It
Right,
is.
yeah. I will try to see if there is room from the corner of the wall to the back of the Trolloc for me to squeeze down.
Oh my God. Yes, there is. I'm loving
Great!
this. Yes, please. I'd like some more.
I will, seeing that there's room enough, just gently move my feet a bit down, not enough to touch the Trolloc, but just hang there, jam my dagger into the neck, and then release myself from the wall, trying to pull the knife down through the neck, through the back.
So, as you do that, the Trolloc feels a very sharp pain in the back of his neck. As you fall down upon the dagger, it severs the nerves of its spine, meaning it cannot take breath from its lungs to
Oh my
scream.
god.
And
Oh, okay, good.
as you fall even further, you watch as the dagger, now embedded in the spine, acts like a large lever and pops the Trolloc's head off, coating you in Trolloc blood. Gahard, why don't you tell me what you're doing?
Gahard is gonna move across the river here and kind of line the shore here and get along this wall. Is this wall here in terms of not being able to see the fire?
It's the same thing with the other ruined walls. You can see a little bit through it.
Okay. Gahard is going to make a gust of wind and blow
Oh,
the
first, sorry. Give me so your Sidine's back up to 8. Give me another wisdom roll for last round. I'm sorry I didn't ask for that earlier. And before you do your gust, just give me 2. So you're up to 9. Give me 2 wisdom saves.
Oh my God.
Shit. All right, Gahard.
oh no.
Before you left this spot, Sidine overcame you. I want you to describe the experience.
Not now!
It's like there's something eating away at his whole body. It feels like, I guess, acid. But I don't know. He doesn't know what acid feels like, but it's this burning sensation like a fever. And he just, like, his breath becomes short and he just can't breathe correctly, and his vision blurs for a minute, and then there's this wave of nausea, and he can't concentrate on anything. The taint has taken a hold, and all coherent thought, he has become a beast.
Well, not yet.
Okay.
You have become confused at this
I'm
point.
like, I'm not totally there yet.
Yeah, you haven't lost yourself yet. You have become confused. So, I would like you to roll. I'm pulling up the spell for confusion. Everybody in the chat, when Sidene overtakes him, he actually becomes confused for up to a minute. So I would like a D10 roll from you, sir.
That's a 9.
A 9. You can act and move normally, but you are still under the effects of confusion.
Okay.
Oh wow. Gerard just got
You have advantage.
two advantages.
Oh, fabulous. I love it.
Retcon some stuff.
Yay. Thank you, Chaotic
Yeah,
Platypus, and
thank you
thank you,
guys.
Agony K. That is glorious. So,
That'll
your
definitely be
next
helpful.
wisdom saving throw, the next 2 wisdom saving throws you make will be at advantage if you want to use it that way. So now, what would you like to do?
So he's gonna here, look, can we put confusion in the chat, or can I take a sec to just make sure I
Yes,
understand what
hold
that
on
is?
just a moment.
That will affect things.
So, you roll and it affects you for 1 minute. Right now, because you rolled a 9, you can act and move normally. So, what are you going to do?
Okay. He's gonna come along the shore here. He still knows enough not to not be spotted. And he's gonna camp right here. And he's gonna be able to see parts of this fire through the wall. And he is going to take his hands and raise them and push a force of wind and blow the fire and ignite one of the tents with the fire as he pushes it.
All right, which tent?
This one.
Okay, so a huge gust of wind passes through, rolling several embers over to this tent. All of a sudden, the tent catches fire. It certainly does.
God damn it.
And lighting up the area around you, all of a sudden, a Trolloc comes running out of the tent now that there is a fire, and the commotion that he makes alerts all of the other sleeping Trollocs
God damn it.
I'd at least
to
fire now.
the fact that something is going on.
God damn it.
I'm confused.
Why are you confused? Oh yes. Oh, you are confused.
Confused. I don't get it.
I
don't know what's going
It's a good excuse
on.
not to have a good plan right now.
Oh my god.
Because this is
All
a
right.
shitty situation.
We are still in narrative combat. There is Victoria. What would you like to do? As Victoria takes her turn, this fire expands. There's
I'm frustrated.
also, give me 2 new stealth checks. You have 4 new Trollocs running around, alerted to the fact that something is wrong. If they see you this round, they will assume that you did it. If they do not see you,
Hard.
they
37.
will understand. All right, so you're good. And with a 23, also, you are fine. They cannot make that. So anything above 20, they will not be able to see you. So
We just hit the roll at 2.
they start arguing amongst themselves about who let the tent catch
Yep.
fire. Victoria, tell me, what are you going to do?
I am going to move down here and almost like just peek around to see to get a better look of what the hell just happened. Realizing now that there are Trollocs and attendants on fire. My conclusion is, Gahard, what did you do?
Yeah.
I will then almost like cover myself in dirt as a form of camouflage.
Fabulous. I love it.
To then almost like, yeah, have my dagger in my mouth and just military crawl from where I am and over behind this tent,
Okay, fabulous.
hoping not to get spotted.
Sure.
And
And
I would like staying down low. I would see if I could like peek up under the tent to like see if I can get a head count of just how many there actually are.
you absolutely could. You would have made the head count as you were going across because the fire
Right.
over here is lighting them all up. So you can see that there are 6 Trollocs left.
Sick. That's still too many. Good God.
Don't forget, epic stories get epic rewards here. Tell me something fabulous.
I believe I do see Gahard from here. I will kind of like try to get his attention without alerting the Trollocs that are basically right next to me. Either by trying to like, I don't know, wave a bit of my dagger, just like, look over here.
Gahard, can you see her?
I can. Like what?
He nods to you.
Barrels! Barrels! Move them!
Shit.
Move.
Move them away! I'm basically trying to tell him to move.
You are
Yeah.
not going to be able to communicate that
No.
like
He gets
surreptitiously
barrels,
from
and that's
that
it. He's like,
distance. You
Unless you're freaking
absolutely
sign language.
just
He's
DM
also
jumping in
confused.
here. You will not with that
Don't
kind of
dump them in the water,
gesticulation.
guys.
You will not be able to communicate what you want to him at that distance. So Victoria, I'm going to need you to have agency here, and I'm going to need you to make decisions about what you're going to do.
What I'm gonna do is still military crawl over towards this wall and
Okay.
investigate it to see like if I can find out if there are some loose points where I can almost like tip the wall over.
that's fucking brilliant.
Yes, you can. You absolutely can. As you search,
Victoria, strength check.
you
please.
notice that the gust of wind that Gahard had set up had
Yeah.
knocked a few of the stones loose. This wall is approximately 10 feet tall, and with a little bit of a push, like that. Why don't you? Are you gonna do it? Are you gonna do it?
Oh heck yeah, I'm gonna do it.
All right.
Yes.
As Victoria, as you lay on your back and you put your feet up against the wall and push, the Trollocs next to the wall hear this a little grunt. But as they turn, this whole solid stone wall comes crashing down on them. As it does, it sprays the embers of the fire into the faces of the other Trollocs, blinding them temporarily.
It's fine.
And these 4 Trollocs, or these 3 Trollocs, are all dead now.
Oh my God.
Buried
Yes.
under ancient
There you go,
stones.
Victoria.
Gahard, you have
Yeah.
30 seconds
That's
to
right.
take advantage of their blindness.
30
30 seconds.
seconds?
Tell me a story
Oh.
right now. 30.
Gahard
29.
is gonna move up here, and he is going to take out his dagger and do the same thing that Victoria did. Put the dagger right behind the Adam's apple and just rip out all 3 of their throats.
All 3 of them?
Well, the first one at least.
What? No. Tell me, what is wrong with you people? Tell me an epic story. How do you kill 3 Trollocs in 1 round?
All right. Gahard is gonna run up. He's gonna take his arrow, stab it into the eye of one of the Trollocs, turn around, and then shoot the arrow into the throat of another one. And then as he's running to the third one, he's going to take out both of his daggers, jump on the chest of the Trolloc, and plunge it in, and let the weight of him carry it down as he rips the chest of the Trolloc open.
Thank
I
you.
like that. I like that.
That is an epic story. I love it. Okay,
Thank you for the encouragement.
You have killed all of the Trollocs here.
And after that, Gerard is just going to collapse and just breathe. Oh. Oh.
Now just go over and pat him on the chest. Messed up.
Yes.
Oh my
There
God.
is now, as you explore the barrels, you see they are filled with poison
Oh,
that would have killed hundreds of people as they drank from their water source. Had you chosen not to, this is something, had you chosen all to go with the merchant's caravan,
Oh,
half
yeah.
of the people left in the city would have died.
Oh, shit.
Always split the party.
Good news, guys.
Split the party sometimes.
Weston's over here being a little bit of a dick, and he's like, "Yeah, but then we wouldn't have had to eat. We wouldn't have to feed them."
I mean,
Pragmatic
you know,
warder,
silver
I
lining.
get it.
Silver lining of poison.
Just gotta look at the
That
numbers.
was for those in the chat. That's why he got something thrown at his face.
So,
So, Gahard is going to start
yay!
moving the barrels, and then he's going to move them in here, and he's going to burn them in this little area here.
Fantastic.
I'm gonna be helping.
I love it. And you have
Oh, actually,
succeeded.
Gahard is also, he's going to take,
Okay, well,
I'm
never
assuming
mind.
he
Yes,
has some
Lando.
kind of container. He's going to take a sample of it and store it away in his bag.
Okay.
Wait, is it like powder?
No, it's a liquid.
Liquid.
It's a liquid.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
That's
dip my
why-
dagger in it.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Sadly,
Oh.
because it is a liquid, it will only last for 1 minute
No.
I
on your
know.
dagger before it dries. But
You can put it
Fun.
in a bottle.
I like it.
Do a little bottle of it.
And coat his arrows. Later.
So yes.
Woo!
All right. Anything else you'd like to do?
We can look
No,
around the camp, the non-burning tents, and
remove-
see if there's any kind of
Remove
orders
the
or.
poison
There
completely.
are a bunch of like half-eaten animals and people lying around. There's some very dirty like skins and blankets in the tents. That's it.
Gahard is gonna burn the bodies of the people.
Fabulous.
He's faster than
I love
burying
it.
them. He's like, we should go back
All right.
to the city as soon as we
I'm
can.
gonna let Gahard do
All
his
right.
thing. I'm done.
Fabulous.
I'm tired.
Yes, as you should be. You've just taken out a whole bunch of Trollocs. There it is. And with that, let us wander over across the plains as we find, tell me, Aes Sedai and Warder, what do you look like as you travel with this caravan of green-topped wagons?
You want it first?
Yeah. We are underneath or in one of the
Covered wagons?
covered wagons. Thank you. And
Which covered wagon, the number in the train?
the first.
All right, fabulous.
And we're near the opening so that as we need to, we can kind of look, like move the canvas away just slightly to see what's going on around us.
Certainly.
So there's the two of us, and then there's two more guards. Well, I guess there would be one more guard and then one person on top.
Driving it.
Driving it.
So you are in a covered wagon that is easily large enough to hold all the guards that you want.
Okay.
They could easily hold like 10 people, and there's only 4 guards in each wagon. So in your wagon, you can have 1 guard driving. There'll be 3 guards in each wagon, and in your wagon, there's 3 guards plus you.
Sus. Okay. So yeah, so that's kind of the makeup. So that's where we're at, and it's tense and quiet, and the sense
What are you
of
wearing?
anticipation and fear is kind of there. I'm in my normal clothing.
Okay.
I don't think I brought any armor or anything because I'm cool
All right.
like that.
I've
Fabulous.
got my warrior's cloak. Actually, I've taken off my warrior's cloak and actually took one of the cloaks of just one of the normal guards
Okay.
and put it over me.
Delightful. So you look like normal soldier,
I do.
and she looks like. It's still going
Badass.
to be difficult to disguise an Aes Sedai without like a cowl. You know?
So she's just gonna embrace the green Ajah glory. She's not even gonna try
Love
and
it.
hide it.
So, as you set out from the city, you watch as the gates close behind you. You see 200 people lined up, ready to go as quickly as possible to the south towards Tar Valon as soon as they get your signal. You travel for about 2 hours. You are just about to lose sight of the walls of Fal Gorfan. When there is a commotion in the third wagon. Will you peer out to see what's happening?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll immediately
The
stick my head
wagon
out.
has somehow been sliced in half. And you hear screams of soldiers as you see body parts ripped from the heads, the torsos, being thrown out through the other half of the wagon. 10 Trollocs have appeared out of thin air to destroy you. Tell me, will you light the flare?
Absolutely. So I'm going to pound and just yell as how loud as I possibly can. Get out of the wagons! And then jump out with my warder right next to me.
Yep.
And bang that flare. It's a like pound action to motivate it or to activate it, right?
Yes.
Okay, so
As you do so, as you pound this flare, something happens inside it, not immediately. You set it on the ground, and the fire that has begun inside it starts expanding the cloth on top, lifting it like a lantern into the air of the breeze. It will be a few moments before it rises high enough for its purple smoke to be seen by Fal Gorfan. But in the meantime, the soldiers in the third wagon have been destroyed. And you will have to defeat the Trolloc horde that has descended on you.
Yes.
Are you
Okay.
ready for narrative combat?
Yes.
The moment
Well,
that you
you will
light-
wait until next week to
What?
this is where we shall
We have
end.
40 minutes!
No, you guess. Oh.
Thank you, everyone, for being
Oh
here
my
today. As we
That's
had a
such a
delightful
tease.
time.
I love you so much, Kyle, but right now I hate you so
I know.
much.
That is such a tease.
I'm a monster.
That stealth
I'm a
mission
monster.
stressed me out
Damn.
so much. I was like, oh my
It was
god.
awesome, guys. You sent the right people to do it.
That
I know,
that
you-
wall
you
thing,
got-
Victoria,
Yep.
absolute
Fabulous.
stroke of
Fabulous.
brilliance.
I love it. I
Oh.
love it. So, thank you all for being here today. It has been glorious, glorious, glorious. We will be rating in just a moment, but I'm going to try something new today. Normally, we will do this after the session, but I'd like to try to do it today. Each person, you're going to have 60 seconds
Don't
to
forget
tell
about
me what your
giveaway.
favorite moment. Oh yes, the giveaway. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do the giveaway first.
Right.
All right, so everybody, go. Can you please put up the link to the giveaway, Lando,
Yep.
or do you not have that?
I do have it. Give me
Um,
1 second. Let me just copy it.
Well, here I've got it. There is. All right. So, oh no, that's the Kofi.
I got it.
Never mind.
I got it.
Yeah. All right, fabulous. So head over to the giveaway. Get you some dice. By the time we get done telling our favorite moments, we will then pick a winner. So tell me your favorite moments and tell me something that you could have done better today. Let's start with Victoria.
God damn it, Kyle. I think like the narrative combat. That is an amazing take on combat in and of itself. This is the first time for me actually
Oh, yeah?
experiencing doing narrative combat.
There's a lot of pressure.
There's a lot
and
of-
you have to
Yeah.
be quick, make decisions and
It's hard.
a lot of improvisation when you have to describe everything you're doing.
But
It's
now
great.
the reason that I do that is to get you out off the character sheet and into the scene. That should be the floor of the house that you're building with your character is your character sheet. This is what you can do. But the story that you can tell
Yeah.
is so much more amazing than the roles you
yeah.
make. So, yes,
Oh
fabulous.
yeah.
Was that your favorite part?
And the fact that I actually tumbled over a wall, killing 3 Trollocs.
It's pretty
was-
freaking awesome.
Yes, yes. Now, what is something that you could have done better today?
Something I definitely could have done better is my quick thinking and improvisation
Oh, sure.
when it comes to making snap decisions. I want to try and make the best decision as possible.
So you do a thing that I like to call it. You're trying to win the scene,
Yep. I
and
do
that's not
same
the
thing.
point of the scene.
I
The point
know.
of the scene is not to win. The point of the scene is to tell a fabulous story. So just think about it in terms of that. If you are trying to win, you're not going to. There is, as a DM, I'm not going to let you win the scene.
To win in this narrative combat
But-
was to kill every Trolloc.
Yeah, but you can tell me an amazing story, and I will always.
And I hope I
let
did.
You absolutely did. Now, one last thing for you. I'd like you to tell me what your favorite moment from someone else in the stream was. What was your favorite moment from one of the other players?
Oh, well, one of my favorite moments, well, from Evan, it was clearly how he just, I think we might need you upstairs. I think we might need you. And just how he she's not doing anything wrong. There's nothing going on back here.
He's like make himself like all big and like no, you
The
couldn't see
disappearing
this.
hallway. Yes, the disappearing hallway trick from the warder was delightful. Now,
Also-
Lando, why don't you tell me what was your favorite moment in the stream?
I had 2, but my favorite moment was when Victoria pushed down the wall because it was
Yes.
brilliant, and I was like, I have no idea how we're gonna
good.
kill these 6 Trollocs. Like, oh god, and you just like push down the wall. I was like, oh fuck. Yes.
And what is something that you
Yes.
could have done a little better today?
I also oftentimes Snowflake fall into the trap of trying to win the scene. I got really hung up on feeling like I have to do something really crazy to kill a Trolloc in a turn that's not going to screw it up. So I got really in my own head, and it wasn't until the very end that I just was like, whatever, I'm just going to say I stab him in the eye and shoot him, like, and that's going to work. And
Yes.
yeah, and I just
It did.
I had to let it go.
It absolutely
My
did.
other favorite moment, real quick, was when Evan decided to intimidate a child rather than do the the thing is try to convince a child to give you information, which I actually looked at his
Not
character
red?
sheet and was
You
like,
know
oh,
that was
it makes
red?
sense because his intimidation's better. But I was like, when you have the
I would
option
just
to
like
convince or threaten, always convince. Yeah.
Yep. There you go. I
I
love
would
it.
just like to say he does not handle our boys like that. I just want to point that out right now.
Are you sure?
He's actually very sweet with our boys.
Oh,
You
that's
look
good.
at Land, you read Land in the book, like it is always this stern,
No,
stern
100%.
face.
You don't know what
100%.
happens when you're not
Yeah,
home.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So, Evan, why don't you tell me what was your favorite?
I definitely loved the there's nothing happening here. I was like, shoot, we need to pick this lock. What does my party member do? My party member can pick locks. Hey, party member, come pick this lock for me.
Make it
Um,
happen.
Come do it. Come on, do it.
But I do realize now, looking at that I could easily have just gone up to the bar to the innkeeper and say, "Hey, has he left?" And they would have been like, "Yeah, he went
Sure
out a while ago," and be like, "Oh, okay."
Oh,
Instead, we're
Do you
like,
have a
"Let's
key?
break
Can we
in."
go in and check
Yep.
on our eyes tonight?
So, what is something that you could have done better
That's
today,
hilarious.
Evan?
We probably could have utilized again talking with people around me
Asking.
and asking. Just ask the question. Hey, anyone seen where the warder went?
Well, now, what I will say to that is that while that might be a better tactic on paper, the choice in that situation really is what would the warder actually do?
Yeah.
And would the warder just stand there and intimidate a child? This warder apparently would.
This warder probably, if I'd been completely true to character, it would have been like, "Oh, the door's stuck. Kick."
Yeah. And it was more of a blunt object.
Well, you know what? Next time, do it.
But he thought if it wasn't for Victoria,
He
he would have.
For the fact that Callista would have probably ripped your head off.
Mhm. So now tell me,
That's
what was your
unfair.
favorite scene? What was your favorite thing from somebody else today?
I've got to give something other than the wall push down because everyone's got the wall push down.
No, you
Um,
can absolutely give the wall push down.
the wall push down was
definitely our
very
MVP
very
moment
awesome.
of the day.
But I also
So
loved
good.
the combo move. The combo move
Yes.
on
That
the
was great.
That was cool.
fabulous.
And I made the
That
mistake
was
of
super
assuming
fun.
that Victoria was lower than the neck of the Trolloc. Which,
Yes,
That
it
was
is something
hilarious.
that I have told Lando many times, and I will continue to tell him: never assume anything.
Yep.
This close.
You.
He was
So,
come
You won't
Bob.
help
tell
with
me,
that.
Haley. Finally, we have Haley. Haley, what was
Wait.
your favorite moment?
I did play in this game. That's true. I'm totally kidding. I loved the moment that I didn't plan this in my head at all. Just like when all three of the leaders of the city started like talking at the same time and over each other, it was like, well, there's your problem. You guys are all chaos.
That was brilliant.
That was
Like,
fabulous.
hello. Which
I
I
love
do
it.
remember. I still have inspiration from that.
You do.
You put them
But-
in their place for that one.
And
But
what
yeah,
is
and
something that you could improve today?
Something that I could have improved. I don't think I'm very good at articulating what I'm thinking in my head.
Mm,
Sure,
So I
translating that.
I feel that.
Yeah, translating it out into what's in my head, and I think it's part of the issue when you have ADD. Your brain moves really, really fast, and your mouth can't catch up.
Yeah.
Oh, I can relate. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think like reminding myself to chill, because Kyle, you create such incredible epic moments of like, this is what's happening, and like I start to feel my heart race, and I'm like, okay,
Good.
okay, we're gonna do it. And so I've got to remind my brain to chill for just a half a
Right.
second.
Well,
And
and that's the thing too, is that it is that focus
Mm,
that you can catch. And for you, the thing that I would say is you are a performer. You know this focus. You
Mhm.
know that moment when you are hyperventilating backstage because you can't remember your first line. You have no idea what song you're going to be singing in just a second. And then you step out onto the stage and everything becomes perfectly clear.
It's
Nice.
all
You know,
crystal.
that is, if you can do that, your characters, your performances are going to blow everyone away. And so I
We'll
will
see that
say
next
that
time, right?
I am
Yes.
glad that I'm creating a situation that like feels epic to you. That makes me really happy. Like that's
It's
just
like
amazing. So,
body parts are flying in the air and they're screaming in blood, and I'm like, oh shit!
oh no!
Okay.
All right. So what's your favorite moment from somebody else in the stream today?
I loved the visual of little Victoria, who is like 5'4", pushing a 10-foot wall over onto a
Yes.
bunch of ginormous monstrous Trollocs. Like that was beautiful. And then of course my analytical brain is like, wow, that's really structurally unsound if she's able to do that. That's like, why would you lay down next to something?
Because they're dumb.
Anyway, I loved it though.
Yes.
Like that was so brilliant.
Yay!
You're
And we
welcome.
have a question in chat from
Yep.
Radiant Scout. First of all, Carmel Martian,
Yes.
thank you for joining us. And Radiant Scout, my favorite moment today. That is a very good question. Honestly, because I'm a goddamn monster. My favorite moment was when everyone was all pissed off that I did a cliffhanger.
Yes. That's such a
Well,
tease.
like, 'cause
That's
I
not
was
a play.
I was ready.
You were
I was
ready,
so
right?
ready to be like,
Here we
okay,
go.
fireball, here we go. It's coming.
I'm
It's
gonna do
coming.
it. I'm gonna do it. I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
do
release
it.
the Sidar.
Yep.
I've been studying. Like, I'm
Yep,
so
it was-
ready. And then it's like,
was-
no. It's like, fuck you.
Well, and the fact that like I realized like because Evan had already started his turn, like he knew what was coming. He's already starting to describe his turn, and I was like, no.
Shut your mouth.
It just makes us all that more prepared and excited for next week.
Yes.
Yay!
yeah.
So yes, we have how many weeks left? I think we only have 2 weeks after this. 3
Three.
weeks.
Wait.
Yeah.
3?
3 weeks. 3 weeks after this. And then the day after, we
Yep.
are doing the Wheel of Time watch
Woo, woo!
party. So now
Yep.
let's
So
pick
excited.
some winners for these fabulous prizes. Everybody likes dice. That's right, they do. We're gonna
Mhm.
pick some winners, and
Winner chicken dinner.
it looks like. Let me see. Sorry, I'm looking at this thing. It is going to be. It looks like SV1111111111. Got that?
Wait, what?
I don't know their screen name is SV1111111111. So I will try to find them. Let me know if you're in chat. Whisper to me like your email or your Twitter handle, and I will send you some delightfulness. But you will get a whole set of fabulous dice from Phoenix Dice. Yay!
Yeah. Whoop, whoop.
Yay! And
I don't have an addiction.
a fabulous one,
No, you
Xcroft 107. You will receive a digital copy of Great Cities of Magic. Huzzah!
Awesome.
What?
Oh.
Congratulations, everyone. And now we are going to raid into.
Yeah, right.
Let's see who's available. It looks like Evan Blair Art is available. Let's head over there. Let's watch him create
Oh,
something
yes.
gorgeous, shall we? All
go.
right. We're going to start this raid here. Ooh, what's he creating? It looks like he's creating like a dragon something. Ooh, something
Ooh,
flying with a
that's
spear. I'm
fun.
excited to see what this is going to
He's
be.
really,
Yes,
really
yes,
talented.
yes,
That's
yes,
cool.
yes. Again, thank you all for joining us so much. We will see you tomorrow for our MTG stream. Next week for
Yeah.
our 3 regular streams. Huzzah!
Hooray!
Bye, everyone.
Take care. Love ya.
We're out. Oh my God.